Well, here we go. Monday morning, bank holiday again. What a handsome day, innit? Hope everybody's all right. Staying safe, staying well. Out bit of gardening now. This is just what the doctor ordered. In for a few more days yet, so everything's wonderful. Everything's wonderful. Now, I just got a couple of birthdays here. Well, Saturday was a very important birthday. To remember was Rick Rescola, the hero from 9/11. It would have been his birthday on Saturday. It would have been 84, but it was nice to go down there and place a few flowers and well, from everybody from Hale, so it was great, great. Now, Audrey Metcalf, a dear friend of mine, it was her birthday yesterday, and happy birthday to you yesterday, Moana Audrey, getting right. Wendy Davis over there in America is her birthday today. Happy birthday out there in America. Julie Locke from over in Morgan is her birthday today. Happy birthday out there to Morgan. And on Wednesday coming is a dear friend of ours, Jackie Hutchins, is her birthday. So there we are. Happy birthday to all of me. Now I'm going to do a little story day by Dennis Stevens. Only come out here, feed the pigs. Moana, come on, my handsome, time we one here. Oh, I'm coming, Da. What's the weather going to be like, I wonder? Oh, give the glass a tap, my queen. Off she went, tapped the barometer. It's gone back a bit, Da. Does that mean it's going to rain? Probably, my child. Let's have a smart job or we'll be catched up and end up like drowned rats. Weather ain't like it used to be, my handsome. Years ago, you had all the different seasons. Now they're all mixed up. Here, not so long ago, we had all the seasons in one week. Sunshine enough to milty one day, ending down with rain and hail not long after that, then gales of southerly wind and finished up with freezing easterly wind. Just round Feast Monday, we always had a fortnight or three of weeks of cold easterly wind. No rain, dry as a bone, but freezing cold. Going down the Stenick, you'd be going straight into 'un. Couldn't hide nowhere. Go right through it. Some people going down the road all huddled up, nearly froze. I remember chasing a silver bowl, and it was bitter, enough to take your life. I wore a duffel coat, and I bought it in a sale down Simpson's. I hadn't for years, and I wore 'em when it was raining and when it was cold. Chap said to me once, "Didn't recognize you without your duffel coat on." That's the way it was, Marina. Keep one coat for edges. Everybody else done the same. We have one simple rule, my queen. If you can afford 'em, don't have 'em. Poor for the fishermen that cold spell was. For some reason or other, they couldn't catch no fish with that easterly wind. Some said it was 'cause they say was so clear the water was so clear the fish could see the bark nets. Others said it was 'cause the fish didn't like the cold water. Probably a bit of both. Nobody know for sure, but one thing you can guarantee, and that was that cold, dry spell of weather. Let Easter's was nearly always lovely and warm, and the game against St Mary's was the highlight of the season. I never remember no rain in that game. Summers wasn't too bad, just average, I suppose, but September was always handsome, probably the best month of the year. Mother might have a spell of easterly wind now, Morwenna, but it's much later in the year and isn't nowhere near so cold. Now the broccoli is earlier and the daffodils is earlier. Everything is earlier. Be picking daffodils Christmas for long. Remember I told you we had pigs out Clodgy, Miranda? Well, we used to feed 'em swill. We went round the town in an old green van and collect teddy skins, stale bread, cabbage leaves, and one thing another from different people. Twice a week we had two or three dustbins full from Tregenna Castle. Handsome stuff that was. Too good for the pigs. Nearly ate 'em myself. Jim Noel worked up Tregenna. He was in the RAF during the war and was a rear gunner in a Lancaster bomber. Rear gunners was only supposed to do 25 runs over Germany, and they was given a job on the ground. Jim didn't care about that, and he done an extra 15. He said the first thing the German fighters see was me. They made 7,437 Lancasters during the war, and well over half of them was shot down, and their life expectancy was 3 weeks. Yet Jim still went on them. He was a remarkable man, Morwenna. Douglas always drove the van. One winter's night, dark as grave and ending down with rain, Douglas wasn't able to drive, so I went up to Tregenna for the swill. Jim was up there working, and I said, I'll give you a lift home. Drop it right to your door. How's that? Oh, A1, he said. That'll save me a jaunt and a wetsuit. We loaded dustbins in the van and coming down Portminster Hotel as we went, turned left, the load shifted and the van slid all across the road and ended up below the turning and we had to go down Tregenna Hill and up the Stenick. The road was wet, laking, and we slipped and slid all over the place. like as though we was on ice. I done all this to this day. We never went up the pavement and hit the wall. We was all on the wrong side of the road. Luckily, nothing was coming other way. Jim was shouting, "What the devil he doing, boy? I never been so frightened before, and all my bloody life. I'd rather be over Germany than in this dam with you. Next time you see me coming, don't offer me no lift. I'd rather walk." Anyhow, I took 'em home. I didn't like the town I never drove for. I never drove a yard in my life. I seen Douglas do it, so I had to go. Anyhow, the pigs had to be fed. He was a lovely man, Rowena. You wouldn't meet nobody better if you searched the whole world over. Salt of the earth was Jim. He was a caretaker down the Guildhall for a few years before he died. Whenever I seen him in the street, he was nearly always on the other side of the road, and he shouted across, "Remember that man, Dewey? Damn me, I thought I was done. Take care. Have a nice few days."